YouTube, what is good? Welcome back. Taking a look at another knife today. If you haven't seen some of the other videos, we're going to go over a lot of knives. I've been hoarding some of these, and it's time to do some reviews. This is the Benchmade Bugout. Very popular, widely popular, from a wonderful company called Benchmade. This is one of their newer additions to their knife family. And there's a lot of people that like it. There's a lot of people that hate it. So we're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth today. So, and I'm reading this straight from Benchmade's website. We'll talk a little bit about it and then what I think. So, the Bugout was designed for the modern outdoor adventurer, incorporating the lightest, best performing materials in an extremely slim yet ergonomic package. Designer Benchmade. This comes with a ton of pocket lint. This has the axis lock, which is one of the best locking mechanisms on a knife. Period. You kind of pull down on this. It's like spring-loaded. You can pull down. I can probably see it from this side. Pull down on this, and that will obviously hold the knife open. It is a manually opening knife. You can kind of flick this open. It's a little weird. You kind of hold the axis lock down and then give it a flick, and it'll open. It's a little weird. We'll talk about that a little bit later, especially with the Bugout, because of its weight. So axis lock, manual opening knife, thumb studs in a kind of a weird place, like way high up here. So one-handed openings, it takes a little getting used to. Blade steel's great. It is CPM S30V. CPM S30V steel, HRC, whatever that means, is between 58 and 60. Blade length here is 3.24 inches. Good size. I mean, I don't ask for any more. I don't want any less. I think it's just a fine size in this package. I got some crud on the end of this one because I actually used this one. Let's see, what else? Blade thickness. It is a relatively thin blade. It is 0.090 inches or 2.29 millimeters. Centimeters, for you crazy folks that talking centimeters, 8.23 centimeters blade length. The open length is 7.46 inches, 18.95 centimeters. Closed length, 4.22 inches or 10.72 centimeters. Handle thickness. This knife is thin, ladies and gentlemen, and that's probably one of the pros to this. The handle thickness is 0.42 inches or 10.44 centimeters, and the weight, 1.85 ounces. This weighs almost nothing. So this comes in the blue color, blue satin finish. They call this material Grivory, Grivory, blue. I don't think it's G10 handle material. Oh, it's Grivory, Grivory. Okay. There's no glass breaker on it. Clip position is reversible, so you can flip it to this side, obviously. The blade style and shape is drop point blade. The clip type is a mini deep carry, which is great. Probably one of the best clips around, in my opinion. Best stock clip around, in my opinion. It does have a little lanyard hole there. I'm not a big fan of lanyards on my knives, but if you want to do that, go ahead. Mole compatible. I don't know what that means. MOLLE compatible. No. Sheath type. Doesn't come with a sheath. And use. Says everyday or outdoor. So that's it. Retails for $140. Kind of expensive in terms of knives, but not really expensive in terms of Benchmade. If you're not familiar with the Benchmade brand, they make top-tier stuff, but it also comes with top-tier prices. I got this at my local hunting wilderness sort of store, Fin Feather Fur, and the Benchmade rep was there. A local Benchmade rep was there. And so they had a little 15% off, so I got 15% off the 140, and you get a free hat or beer bottle opener, so that was cool. This knife weighs nothing. I almost forget it's in my pocket. At less than 2 ounces, this thing is crazy. Deep pocket clip is absolutely incredible. I mean, this thing rides. It's almost entirely unnoticeable. I think the thing that people notice is actually the color rather than the clip or anything like that. So it's great for an everyday carry. This knife, at least currently, gets probably the most pocket time because it's great. It's easy to use. When it comes to like winging this thing open, and it's also nice because the axis point lock, you can just hold the lock down and then kind of give it a little flip, and it'll flip down, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to probably lop my fingers off doing that one of these days. And with the weight of this knife, when you go to swing this thing open, you don't manually open, you give it that little swing. One, it sometimes, if you don't let go of the axis lock, it'll bounce off and like come back down. So it's slightly sketchy doing that. And since this knife weighs almost nothing, most of the weight of the knife is at the blade. It's got this weird tendency to want to like fly out of your hands. So if you do open it like a crazy bastard, like that for some reason, obviously just be careful. Closing, it's not a huge big deal. Obviously, you don't have your fingers in the way. But when it comes to opening this, maybe just opening it like a regular fucker is probably the best way to go. Love the aesthetics. There's really no complaints that I have about it. The steel's great. I've sharpened it once or twice just in using it because I'll just sit there and just cut paper all day with that thing. This thing comes out of the box so incredibly sharp, it's ridiculous. There is a gray blade finish, which I kind of want to get because this one, it's kind of hard to see. I mean, just doing this video, there's definitely, it's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. It's kind of got a very shiny blade finish, which is nice, but I'm constantly like wiping it off with my shirt because I like to try to keep it as nice as I can. But I do use this knife pretty frequently. There's a lot of people that buy those Benchmades, like Paras and Dellas and Delicas and other ones like that. And then they just put custom scales on it. It's like a $500 knife, and it's just like a Ferrari. It just sits in your closet or something like that, or on your nightstand. But this one I actually use, so this is nice. I love it. Benchmade's great. This is my first Benchmade knife, so I definitely want more of them. It's just you know, the price tag's obviously up there, so I can't buy one of these every single day of the week. Taking a look at a couple more knives. There's a ton of more knives that are here. I've got 24 videos that I'm filming, so this is one of many. So stay subscribed. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.